never empty. Never empty. Yeah. They think the tank runs out too fast, but they never learn how to last. They never built that deeper gear, that hidden dry that still appears when the lungs burn hot and the legs turn slow, and the room says stop, but you still say go. That is why I found what I am, not in comfort but in command. Never empty is not no pain. It means you still move through the strain. It means there's more beyond that wall, more in the chest when others fall, more in the wheel when the rhythm cracks, more in the mind that keeps coming back, more in the body than fear can see. That is the code of my energy. I train for that long distance force, not just a spark but the staying course, the kind of power that does not fade after one bright burst is made. I want that drive that survives fatigue, that keeps me sharp when the air goes thin, that keeps me dangerous late in the set. That is what never empty meant. No weak fade and no collapse. I built my state to outlast that. No show fire and no fake peak. I came to build what endures the heat. Never empty, still got more, even when the body hits the floor. Never empty, still got drive. That is how I stay alive. Never empty, standing and go when the whole room starts moving slow. Never empty, deep in me, that is where the strength will be. A lot of men can start with flame, but lose their shape once fatigue came. Lose their hunger when it gets real, lose that edge when they stop to feel. I built different, I built for stretch, for the final mile, that final test, for that long demand. It strips the fake, it shows what no one else can take. Every workout taught me this, there's always more beyond the cliff. If you stay close and if you don't betray yourself when your body won't, there's always one more breath to find, one more locked in state of mind, one more surge inside the chest that appears only under stress. And that is what I came to train, not just to look but to stay in range, the power to continue clean when most men fade from the scene. So when the chorus lands again, it feels like truth under the skin, a reminder of what lives in me, that hidden force called energy. No weak close and no dead end, I got more where others been. No one burst heat and no empty peak, I built my frame for the deeper reach. Never empty, still got more, even when the body hits the floor. Never empty, still got drive. That is how I stay alive. Never empty, standing and go when the whole room starts moving slow. Never empty, deep in me, that is where the strength will be. One more breath, one more wave, one more step, don't behave like you done. You got more, find that room, past the floor, stay with it, don't retreat. Keep that pulse in your feet, that last gear, that unseen, that is where I still breathe. Never empty, still got more, even when the body hits the floor. Never empty, still got drive. That is how I stay alive. Never empty, stand and go when the whole room starts moving slow. Never empty, deep in me, that is where the strength will be. Never empty. Never empty. Still got more, still got more, still got more. Stronger every set. Stronger every set. Yeah. I came to lead this place transform, not the same frame that interwarm. I came to build in every round, to more command is what I found. Stronger every set. That is the rule, not through luck and not through cool, but through the reps that test the core and make me someone harder more. Every plate adds more than weight, it has a chance to shape my fate. Every drop of sweat says stay. You did not come here to fade away. And every time I take one more, past the point I knew before, I feel more force in body and chest. I feel stronger every set. This is more than motivation talk, more than music in a power walk. This is actual proof in the skin that progress starts from deep within. That character grows under load, that discipline becomes a road. That power is not what you get, it is what you earn every set. No weak pace and no half heart, I came to tear that old self apart. No easy route and no reset. I get stronger every set. Stronger every set. One by one, that is how this work gets done. Stronger every set. Stay inflamed. Pressure feeding out my neck. Stronger every set. Still I rise. You can see it in my eyes. Stronger every set. No regret. That is how I move ahead. A lot of people wait for change, like it should come without some pain. Like one big moment flips the switch, and suddenly they're built like this. But I learned truth in slower ways, through repetition over days, through all the times I wanted rest and still chose one more crushing set. That is what created me. That long-term pressure steadily, that patient war with lesser habits, that refusal to live half-planet. That way of showing up again, till weakness had no place to stand, till all that effort left a mark, and lit a stronger inner spark. So when the chorus comes back loud, it feels earned, not just for the crowd. It feels like all my years connect in that one line. Stronger every set. And if the day gets rough, good, I know exactly what that should bring out of me. More grind, more sweat, and get me stronger every set. No weak bend and no loose step. I'm not done building myself yet. No false winning, no fake threat. I get stronger every set. Stronger every set. One by one, that is how this work gets done. Stronger every set. Stay inflamed. Pressure feeding out my neck. Stronger every set. Still I rise. You can see it in my eyes. Stronger every set. No regret. That is how I move it. Add that plate. Grip it tight. Stand up clean. On the night. One more rep. Then progress. One more rep. Then respect. No weak mind. No reset. I am built by the set. All that work, all that sweat made me stronger every set. Stronger every set. One by one, that is how this work gets done. Stronger every set. Stay inflamed. Pressure feeding out my neck. Stronger every set. Still I rise. You can see it in my eyes. Stronger every set. No regret. That is how I move ahead. Stronger every set. Stronger every set. Move ahead, move ahead, move ahead. Locked on the go. Locked on the go. I cut the noise when I enter here. No side voices, no outside fear. Just me, the bar, and the deeper vow to go all in and stay there now. Locked on the go means tunnel sight. A narrow world in the gym at night, where every movement becomes exact and every weak thought gets pushed back. I need that mode, I need that zone, where effort sharpens bone by bone, where all the static fades away and only purpose gets to stay. That is where discipline speaks loud, without a need for any crowd. That is where growth gets made, for real. Inside the pressure, inside the steel. Not every day feels clean and high. Some days the spark is low and dry, but goals don't care what the mood has been. They only move if you lock back in. That is why I train this way. Not random force that fades away, but focus fire that keeps control. That is the law when locked on the go. No weak drifting, no split mind. I came to leave distraction behind. No half aim and no dead soul. I came in locked on the go. Locked on the go. Eyes ahead, body alive, and the fear goes dead. Locked on the go. Stay direct. Every heart set earns respect. Locked on the go. No delay. That is how I build my way. Locked on the go. My mind on cold. That is how I hold this road. There is a power in staying still and not reacting, in sharper will and moving calm through a heavier set, without forgetting what comes next. That is what focus really means. Not hype, not noise, not random scenes, but deeper order inside the heat, and full command on tired feet. I want that skill in every room, to cut through chaos and through gloom, to to know what matters and what is fake, and what inside me I must awake. The gym just teaches me that more, with every round and every chore, with every time I almost slow, then force myself back on the go. And when the chorus lands again, it feels like a promise made within, to keep that line, to keep that frame, to stop living in scatter and shame, to become the kind of man who knows exactly where his effort goes. That is why I never drift too long. Once I lock on the go, I'm gone. No weak lane and no lost pace, I sharpen vision in this place. No loose heart and no soft soul, I came in locked on the go, locked on the go. Eyes ahead, body alive, and the fear goes dead. Locked on the go, stay direct, every heart set earns respect. Locked on the go, no delay, that is how I build my way. Locked on the go, my mind on code, that is how I hold this road. One lane, all clear, no fear, stay near, grip tight, move slow, then strike on go. No drift, no split, stay hard, commit, that mind, that roll. Locked on the go, locked on the go. Eyes ahead, body alive, and the fear goes dead. Locked on the go, stay direct, every heart set earns respect. Locked on the go, no delay, that is how I build my way. Locked on the go, my mind on code, that is how I hold this road. Locked on the go, locked on the go. Stay direct, stay direct. Heavy walk, heavy walk, heavy walk. Yeah, heavy walk, heavy walk, heavy walk. I got the heavy walk when I enter space. Like the years left steel on my face, not loud, not fake, not trying too hard, just built through pressure and built through scars. That kind of step comes from the grind, from all that odor inside the mind. From every rep and every day, I chose the harder, cleaner way. Heavy walk in the gym floor lights, heavy walk through the longer nights, heavy walk when the place stack high, heavy walk when the lungs go dry. It is not style if it is not earned, if the heat never touched, if the fire never burned. Mine was built in a different lane, through strict routine and weather pain. I know what it costs to move like this, to keep that calm and that tighter grip, to carry your body like it means something and not just look like a passing thing. That is why when the beat cuts low, the whole room feels that undertow. Not because I speak too much, but because that force is in the touch. No weak roll and no pretend, this is the lane that I defend. No soft shell and no weak talk, I built this stance in a heavy walk, heavy chest, heavy breath, still the best. Heavy walk, heavy drive, that is how I stay alive. Heavy walk, know the skies, you can see it in my eyes. Heavy walk, built that way, pressure made me move this way. A lot of men chase image first, but never let the hard times work. Never let the process press, never let the struggle bless. They want the aura without the years, without the failure, doubt, and tears. But real presence is not for show, it comes from what you carry below. My swagger came from discipline too, from what I did and what I grew, from proving I could hold that line when there was no big sign to shine. From eating clean, from sleeping right, from lifting hard through the dead of night, from becoming someone I respect with stronger habits and tighter necks. So every workout says the same, that I still remember why I came, not just for flexing, not for praise, but for command that always stays. And when the chorus lands just right, it sounds like posture forged by fight, the kind of presence you cannot mock. That is the code in a heavy walk. No weak brand and no fake gloss, I know exactly what this costs. No empty frame and no cheap shock, I built all this in a heavy walk, heavy chest, heavy breath, still the best. Heavy walk, heavy drive, that is how I stay alive. Heavy walk, know the skies, you can see it in my eyes. Heavy walk, built that way, pressure made me move this way. Low bass, coast there, stand tall, thin air, no rush, no choke, all calm, all smoke, hard road, still here, no foe, all year, that code, that block. Heavy walk, heavy walk, heavy chest, heavy breath, still the best. Heavy walk, heavy drive, that is how I stay alive. Heavy walk, know the skies, you can see it in my eyes. Heavy walk, built that way, pressure made me move this way. Heavy walk, still alive. Still alive. body can move when it all feels light, when the body is fresh and the timing's right. But real performance starts to show when the pressure builds and the pulse runs low. When the room gets tight and the chest gets loud and you still move clean without the crowd. That is the place I train to own, under the load and fully alone. Performing the way, that is the code. Not just talk, but how I hold my mind, my form, my breath, my pace. When strain appears inside that space, it is not enough to just be strong. You need control to carry long. You need that discipline under stress to stay direct when the muscles press. Every session is more than reps, it is a test of what remains when the body asks if this is it, and the answer back is not even close. That's performance, that's the art of keeping order in the heart, of keeping rhythm in the pain and turning force to something trained. No reforming, no fake brave. I came to move, our champions behave. No chaos here and no dead weight. I came to perform underway, perform underway. Stay composed even when the whole room overloads. Perform underway, stay online. Body under pressure, steady mind. Perform underway, no collapse. Hold your breath and then attack. Perform underway, dominate. That is how the strong create. A lot of men can start with heat, but lose that structure on tired feet. Lose that shape when the lungs go wild. Lose that edge when the reps run high. I do not want that kind of force. I want control through the entire course. I want the kind of strength that stays even on the roughest days. Because real progress is not loud. It is not always in the crowd. It is a quieter mastery. You better hold on capacity. A deeper trust in what I built. A sharper spine, a stronger will. A way you're moving through constraint without letting the frame go blank. So when the baseline hits again, I hear the test come back within. A call to stay exact and real, to prove what discipline can yield. And every chorus feels like truth, about to rise, about to move. No matter how the pressure waits, I still perform underway. Some weak shaking, no fake calm. I built this state inside the storm. No sloppy force and no loose hate. I came to perform underway, perform underway. Stay composed even when the whole room overloads. Perform underway, stay online. Body under pressure, steady mind. Perform underway, no collapse. Hold your breath and then attack. Perform underway, dominate. That is how the strong create. Tight frame, hard breath, full focus through stress. Stay clean, stay locked, stay ready. No stop, one move, one rep, one more. Not yet, that is my state. Perform underway, wait. Perform underway, stay composed. Stay composed even when the whole room overloads. Perform underway, stay online. Body under pressure, steady mind. Perform underway, no collapse. Hold your breath and then attack. Perform underway, dominate. That is how the strong create. Perform underway. Perform underway. Stay composed. Stay composed. Go faster now. Go faster now. Yeah, I feel that rhythm hit my chest and turn my body into threat, not to the world, but to that old version of me that moved too slow. Now every stride got sharp and heat, every breath got purpose in it. Every beat says move right now, push that line and don't ask how. Go faster now, all that doubt, go faster now till you drown it out. Go faster now, till the legs catch fire, till the effort climbs a little higher. I do not chase some random rush, I chase that more with limits crush. With speed and discipline, a line in motion clears the crowded mind. This is bigger than cardio pace, it is a war with a slower state. A way to prove to myself again that pressure still can make me man. That movement still can make me sharp, still can wake force inside the heart. That is why when the hook breaks loud, I hear one thing: go faster now. No weak stop and no delay. I came to own this track today. No second guessing, no back down. The only word is faster now. Go faster now. Push the line, burn the weakness out your mind. Go faster now. Stay in flame. Let that pressure feed your name. Go faster now. Feel that rush. 1 mile, one more push. Go faster now. No excuse. That is what I came to do. There's something clean and moving hard when lungs pull deep into thoughts get carved when everything fake gets stripped away, and only effort gets to stay. That is the place I trust the most. Not stillness, not some empty pose, but motion under full command that features what I really am. A lot of people slow from fear, slow when the climb starts getting near, slow when the body sends that sign that says the edge is close this time. But I learned something in that zone. You grow the most when it feels unknown, when every nerve says take the safe route and you say no. Go faster now. I want that sharpness in my blood, that red line rise inside the lungs, that proof I didn't waste this day, that I did not just drift away. And every time the chorus lands, I feel more driving feet and hands, like all that force is running through the kind of man I'm growing to.
No soft pace and no half-heart, I came to rip that out apart. No weak route and no come down, the only word is faster now. Go faster now, push the line, burn the weakness out your mind. Go faster now, stay in flame, let that pressure feed your name. Go faster now, feel that rush, one more mile, one more push. Go faster now, no excuse, that is what I came to do. Quick feet, hard breath, stay sharp through stress. No slow, no drift, just move and lift. Red line, stand clear, no fear, right here. That pace, that vow, go faster now. Go faster now. Go faster now, push the line, burn the weakness out your mind. Go faster now, stay in flame, let that pressure feed your name. Go faster now, feel that rush, one more mile, one more push. Go faster now, no excuse, that is what I came to do. Go faster now, go faster now, no excuse, no excuse.
Yeah. No off switch. No off switch. Yeah. No off switch. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I got no off switch when the work begins. That rhythm hits and I lock back in. No slow fade and no half speed. Pain and power is all I need. I came to build, not just appear, not just look right one time a year. I came to hold that deeper frame, where progress burns inside the name. Every set stacks on what I was. Every drop of sweat has a cause. Every hard day adds one more brick to the man I'm building piece by piece. No perfect life and no smooth lane, still I came back again. That is why when the room feels thick, I still move like I got no switch. No off switch means no waiting game, no asking mood to start the flame, no lazy drifting, no lost week, no fake desire and no cheap peak. It means I train when I feel flat, train through that and grow past that. It means I keep that pressure lit long enough till I fit the script. No weak pause and no retreat, I build my base on tired feet. No dead zone and no slow fix, I came too far for an off swing. No off switch, still I go when the beat hits hard and the room gets low. No off switch, still full drive, that is how I stay alive. No off switch, stand and push, I was not built to pull away from this. No off switch, all command, that is how I become this man. People love sparks but not the grind, love day one but not day nine, love the dream and the final look, but never finish what they took. That is not me, I know too much about what it costs to keep that touch, to keep that edge in the body and head, when all the easy feelings dead. My progress came from stubborn days, from keeping form in the harder phase, from all those mornings I did not feel, but still I chose what would make me real. That is the secret, plain and direct. You build more force when you self-respect, enough to move when it's not convenient, enough to stay when it's not immediate. So if the room feels hot, good. If the chest goes wild, good. If the legs say stop, good. That is where I built this blood no matter what this day throws in. I got no off switch once I begin.
No weak drifting, no soft excuse. Too much built and too much to lose. No part-time force and no half fix. I came too far for an off switch.
No off switch.
Still I go when the beat hits hard and the room gets low.
No off switch.
Still full drive, that is how I stay alive.
No off switch.
Stand and push, I was not built to pull away from this.
No off switch.
All command, that is how I become this man.
Okay.
No breaks and talk, stay away. One more, then more. This is what for. No quit, no drift, stay hard. Still live, that code, that grit.
No off switch. No off switch.
Still I go when the beat hits hard and the room gets low.
No off switch.
Still full drive, that is how I stay alive.
No off switch.
Stand and push, I was not built to pull away from this.
No off switch.
All command, that is how I become this man.
No off switch. No off switch.
Still I go, still I go.
No off switch. Fight the weight. Fight the weight. Yeah. Hey, I do not burn when the pressure hits. I lock my jaw and stay with it. That same instinct that keeps me sharp turns every session into art. Fight the weight, fight the doubt, fight that weak voice calling out, fight that urge to slow and fold. That is how a man gets cold, not cold in soul, but cold in face. When chaos enters a tighter space, when the bar gets heavy and the lungs rebel, and the body enters a harder hell, that is the zone where I get clear, where everything fake disappears, and all that stays is what I built through sweat, command, and stubborn will. Every round like a war in skin, against the limit that lives within, against the drift that says enough, against the lie that says too tough, but I know how to answer back. One more rep, no room for slack. One more breath, no weak debate. That is how I fight the weight.
No mercy mode and no retreat. I came too far to move too sweet. No weak staring, no fake brave. Only the force that pressure gave.
Fight the weight.
Fight the fear, fight till the strong man appears.
Fight the weight.
Hold that line, steel in chest and locked in mind.
Fight the weight.
Stay in flame, pressure calling out your name.
Fight the weight.
Dominate, that is how I build my faith.
This is not anger without control. This is command inside the soul. This is rhythm under strain, turning all that hurt to gain. This is boxing spirit to unclean, shot in what I do, not wild swings and wasted pace, but direct force in a focused space. I know that edge with a weakness shake, with one more push decides what breaks. The old soft frame with a stronger one. The man who quits or the one who runs straight through the doubt and straight through the ache, straight through the fear that makes me break. That is the feel where I create. That is the reason I fight the weight. No fake champion, no loud mouth. I let my session speak it out. I let my body say my creed. That pressure grows the one I need. So when the beat comes back and hits, I feel that war inside my ribs, and every baseline sounds like fate calling me again to fight the weight.
No weak prayer and no collapse. I did not come here for half. No false pride and no escape. I came to fight and shape this frame.
Fight the weight.
Fight the fear, fight till the strong man appears.
Fight the weight.
Hold that line, steel in chest and locked in mind.
Fight the weight.
Stay in flame, pressure calling out your name.
Fight the weight.
Dominate, that is how I build my faith. Hands tight, jaw set, still here, not done yet. One more, stand straight. I was made to
Fight the weight.
chest burns, legs shake. No bend, no break. That war inside still wins tonight.
Fight the weight.
Fight the fear, fight till the strong man appears.
Fight the weight.
Hold that line, steel in chest and locked in mind.
Fight the weight.
Stay in flame, pressure calling out your name.
Fight the weight.
Dominate, that is how I build my faith.
Fight the weight.
Yeah. Concrete discipline. Concrete discipline. Concrete discipline. I came from roads that were never smooth, so I learned real young how to hold my truth, how to keep that calm when the pressure lands, how to build control with my own two hands. Now the same code lives in the gym, in every rep, in every limb, in every breath when the room gets tight and the week get lost in the weight at night. Concrete discipline in my walk, in the way I move, in the way I talk. Not loud for show, but hard and core, like I know what all this pressure's for. It is not just size and it's not just shape. It is not that fake online escape. It is structure built through harder years, through staying close to my doubts and fears. I learned to keep my lane exact, no empty flexing, no fake impact, just deep routine and a sharper stare. Like every sec cut a cleaner air, and every scar became a line in the architecture of this mind. That is why when the beat goes grim, you hear that discipline built in. No soft habits and no loose pace. I built my frame in a harder place. No weak pride and no drift again. Just that code that I live within. Concrete discipline. Stone and soul, steel and breath and full control. Concrete discipline. Hard and clean, built and dark and in between. Concrete discipline. Stay upright, same code every night. Concrete discipline. No disguise, you can read it in my eyes. A lot of men got surface drive, good for a week, then they lose that vibe. Good when the mood and the spark both hit, then fall apart when they get no lift. That is not how I built my base. I built mine deep in a slower pace, day after day with a stricter hand. That is what gives a man command. The gym just sharpened when life began. A tougher body, a steadier man, a better grip on the inner heat, a deeper calm on uncertain feet. Now every session becomes a check. Whether I stay, what I still respect. Not image, not noise, not empty spin, but the law of discipline within. So let the bass ride dark and low. I know exactly where to go. Back to the code, back to the frame, back to the pressure that shaped my name. No matter how hard the year has been, I know what carries and what begins. Again and again when the lights go dim, concrete discipline kicks back in. No wasted move, no false tone. I built this state from what I've known. No weak root and no pretend, just deep structure that does not bend. Concrete discipline. Stone and soul, steel and breath and full control. Concrete discipline. Hard and clean, built and dark and in between. Concrete discipline. Stay upright, same code every night. Concrete discipline. No disguise, you can read it in my eye. Cold dawn, no drift. Tight jaw, still lift. No hype, no break. All grind, no way. Stand firm, move clean. No slip, no scream. Real word, real skin. That code with it. Concrete discipline. Stone and soul, steel and breath and full control. Concrete discipline. Hard and clean, built and dark and in between. Concrete discipline. Still the same, still got edge, still got flame. Concrete discipline. No disguise, you can read it in my eyes. Concrete discipline. Concrete discipline. Still the same, still the same. Built for the low. Built for the low. Yeah, I came in ready, no waste of time. Heart in my chest and fire in my mind. Bar on my back in the flow and still. That is the place where I test my will. Every rep heavy, every breath loud. I do not need the love of a crowd. I need that line where the pressure lives. That is the place where my body gives. More than comfort, more than shape, more than the image that people fake. I want that force in the way I stand. That deep command of a stronger man. I learned that slow through the harder days. Through tighter nights and more narrow ways. Through showing up when I felt no spark. And finding strength in the darker dark. No handouts came, no freeway through. Everything built came from what I do. From all those sets when the chest felt tight. And all those mornings with no daylight. That is the reason I walk like this, with more control and a harder grip. Because I built with the weaker void, a body and soul for the heavier low. When the bass drops low and the lights cut black, I do not slow down, I attack. No weak drifting, no retreat. I came too far to move too sweet. Built for the low, built for the low, built for the strain, built for the strain, built through the pressure, built through the pressure, built through the pain. Built for the fire, built for the fire, built for the climb, built for the climb, built by the work, one rep at a time. Built for the low, stand up, straight, I do not fold, I dominate. Built for the weight, built through these flow. That is the reason I'm built for the low. A lot of men want power fast, want the body but not that pass. Not those years and not that grind, not that edge
edge and the state of mind. They want the look but not the cost. Want quick results with nothing lost. But I know better, I know that road. You earn real force through a heavier load. Every workout is more than sweat. It is a promise I have not left. It is a proof that I still stay near when the room gets tight and the air gets weird. It is a war with the weak of me, with every excuse that tries to breathe. And every time I choose one more round, I feel my whole life lock more down. No fake crown and no weak roll. I want real order inside my soul. I want that calm that the strong ones know when the plates stack up and the pulse runs low. So if it burns, let it burn all day. I did not come here to fade away. I came to leave with that deeper code and prove again I'm built for the low. No half step and no slow fade. I built my form in a harder way. No soft lane and no easy mode. Only the truth in a heavier load. Built for the low, built for the low, built for the strain, built for the strain, built through the pressure, built through the pressure, built through the pain. Built for the fire, built for the fire, built for the climb, built for the climb, built by the work. One rep at a time. Built for the low. Stand up, straight. I do not fold. I dominate. Built for the weight. Built to explode. That is the reason I'm built for the low. One more set, one more breath, one more move through the stress. Stay locked in, stay on cold. That is how I built this mode. No weak voice, no release, no fake peace, no retreat. All that heat, all that smoke made me fit for the low. Built for the low, built for the low, built for the strain, built for the strain, built through the pressure, built through the pressure, built through the pain. Built for the fire, built for the fire, built for the climb, built for the climb, built by the work. One rep at a time. Built for the low. Still alive. Still got force. Still got drive. Built for the way. Built for the way. Still on road. That is the reason I'm built for the low. Built for the low. Built for the low. Built for the low. Still got drive. Still got drive.